Hello, all. It seems like absolutely forever since I've done this. I was just trying to remember whether or not I did one last week because it seems like weeks since I last sat here and did this. But it's probably because last week I was out in at the Humber Bridge. That's right. Yeah, big ass bridge. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. So I thought we'd probably have a little bit more to share with you today. We went to look at a house the other day that seemed perfect, but when we got there, well, first of all, there were already lots of people clamoring to get to this place and applying for it because it was a lovely, lovely house. The other thing is that the landlord lived on the other side of the garden wall. Now, that's a major problem for me. You may say that I'm being picky. You can say whatever you like about it. But my mother has a bit of a problem with it. I don't understand why that's a problem. Your landlord... I rented once and our landlord lived next to us. Like, okay, yes, but you're now in your 70s, mother. When did you rent? Once. Many, many years ago. What, 50 years ago, was it? With your landlord that lived not far away, right? When that sort of thing was an awful lot more common than it is now. And, I've rented more than 20 different properties over the years, and a few of those have had landlords. It's not something I don't like it. They can drop in on you anytime. They peep over your garden wall and say hi. You're just kind of stressed and nervous all the time. It's like, I'll tell you what it's like. It's like being followed by, or it's like being, in a police car, right? So you got a police car who just happens to be going the same way as you, and he makes a couple of the same turns as you, and all of a sudden you're looking around going, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I've got to be doing something wrong. I don't know. You're probably not doing anything of the kind, and he's not interested in you. But the fact of the matter is, if you're being followed by a police car, it tends to make you a bit nervous, and you look around and go, and it's like that when you've got a landlord living. It is for me anyway. There are plenty of people, I'm certain, who can just ignore that kind of thing. But for me, it's a major problem. So, what else is happening over on the chat? So, yeah, I thought we'd be able to update you about a property, but that wasn't the only thing. It's also close to a low sort of flood area. It doesn't flood badly. I'm not talking about, villages being washed into the sea or anything like that. I'm talking about the possibility of water damage on the bottom floor of your house every 3 to 5 years, something like that, which is not a major thing, I guess, but it's big enough for me, for it to put me off a property. So yeah, it was ideal. And the only other thing about the property wasn't really much of a move from where we are now in terms of distance. It was actually just across the river. And it was into the next county, which would mean the health services would have improved, but because Nottinghamshire Health Service is better than Lincolnshire. But that was it. It wasn't, other than being in the next county, we'd still have to do the majority of our shopping and things in this little, and I'm not keen on the place that we live now, really. It's not, I've lived here long enough. I've lived in lots of different places, and some are worse than others, for the kind of, the area that it is, and the kind of, even the stores that you get, they're all run down and grotty, and it's like, So, call me a snob. Call me whatever you want. It won't matter to me. I don't have anything else to update. So I was hoping I'd have to update you on that, but no. Over on the Nights Arcade channel, the Forsaken Shores update for Sea of Thieves, which I've been playing with my buddy from California, was up last week. So we've done a few of those videos, a couple of those, and I'm trying to get some other stuff out about that. Excuse me. I had my flu jab today. I had to get called in for a flu jab because I've had respiratory problems in the past. They call me in and I get on the list for flu jab. So a bit of a sore arm, so I've been in for the flu jab. But other than that, not a lot is happening. I really, sometimes you get that sensation that you're right on the edge of something. I really kind of feel like a lot of things are going to change now soon. And certainly in about 3 weeks from now, certainly over on the gaming channel, things are going to start getting crazily busy there now. But yeah, otherwise, I found out I was on Argentinian TV at like 6 o'clock a couple of nights ago. The glamorous life of a voiceover artist. Yeah, my first voiceover job, a documentary that I did, was shown on Argentinian TV. So That's one of the things that was going on there. Other than that, nothing really to say. So, until next week, I think we're going to have to leave it there. So I'll see you next Monday.